Good evening and welcome to the Tasmanian Premier League show for a wrap-up of all this soccer action from around the state. Joining me on the panel tonight again is our co-host Walter Pless. How are you going, Walter?
Well, thanks, Jeremy. Good evening.
And joining us on the panel also the man who led the Zebras to the championship last year, Nick Lapolla.
Good evening, Jeremy.
Great to have you here, Nick.
Thank you.
The first game that we're going to dissect will be the game on Friday night between your mob, the Zebras, and Clarence United.
You must have been very happy with the result, Nick. 19 goals in 2 games, 7 in this one.
Yeah, it was a good result for the boys. After a slow start, I think we dominated pretty much the game, and finally goals are starting to go in.
Were you worried when Walsh scored those first 2?
Not so much worried because against Olympia we came back from 3 down, so I knew we could come back so early in the piece. So yeah, not too much.
What did the conditions make like for the game on Friday night? A little bit slippery up there?
A bit slippery on top, but I think the skills weren't too bad overall.
We see here a little bit of conflict between the umpire and Mr Brown there, Walter. Can you fill us in what was happening on the sidelines there?
Well, it was about a tackle that Taliga put in on Paul Bremner, which resulted in torn ankle ligaments for Bremner, and he was taken to hospital, and Brown was not happy with that at all.
We see here the yellow card. Was anyone actually awarded a card, or was it just a warning from Barker?
It was just a warning to the officials. No one was actually sent off, but there was a lot of disquiet about that tackle. What was your view on it?
Actually, I didn't. I only saw it. I didn't think it was a. I mean, given the conditions of the pitch, the 50-50 tackle like that, I don't think it was too much of a harsh tackle. No.
We just saw 2 goals there. Ricky Self scored the first and Ben Croswell the second, which made it 2-2 at half-time.
Yep.
You were feeling happy then, Nick?
Oh, most certainly, yeah.
Again, I think tempers were flared there a little bit, and Brown again had something to say on that tackle.
He wasn't at all happy with the referee, although after the game he refused to comment on the refereeing decisions. Nick, Ben Croswell came up with the goods, 5 goals in the match.
He's finally hitting the straps. He's been working very hard at training on and just trying to hit the target, and as you can see, he's hit 5 tonight and another 4 on last Saturday.
9 goals in 2 games is not bad, is it?
Oh, he's a class act. Class act.
And also the young star Fennell, who's come up through the reserves. Nick, it must be great to see that you have got those guys in like a card up your sleeve, I guess.
Well, I mean, Dylan's been scoring in the reserve, so in fairness to him, Daniel hasn't been scoring and is a bit injured at the present moment, so he deserves his chance to come through, and he's doing his job for sure.
How vital will these sorts of goals? I guess 19 goals in 2 matches. If it comes down to goal difference at the end of the year, you guys will be looking quite comfortable at the moment.
I think, what is it, Walter, 16?
Yes,
difference.
It's a bit like Manchester United and Chelsea, isn't it? It's almost worth a point.
It is, but there's a long way to go yet. Long way to go.
I was a little bit worried, but the boys did really well to get back into it, and we've got a lot of talent in our team, so I thought we'd come back.
Circumstances changed after the Bremner incident, and it continued in the same vein. We have no control over those factors. I thought my boys coped remarkably well, especially the young ones such as Nicholson, under such pressure when things are not going the way you would hope.
So Nick, after probably quite a slow start, or even some could say a horror start, you guys are back on track.
Yeah, I think we are back on track. If you have a look at the previous 2 games that we played, the first against Olympia, I think we had numerous chances to score, just wouldn't go on the back of the net. And also against Kingborough, we were definitely dominating possession play, but not scoring. And now we're starting to score.
The next game we're going to take a look at is Hobart Olympic, the guys who are right up there in contention for the championship, Walter.
They certainly are. Your old team, Jeremy. They're level on 12 points with South Hobart at the top. South have got a superior goal difference. But the interesting thing about this game was the performance of Michael Bulis. Probably the smallest player on the park, but he came up with a hat-trick.
Probably even the smallest player in the Premier League, I'd imagine, Walter, but he is a sneaky little striker.
He is. He was very elusive, and the Kingborough defence, despite their size and their strength, were unable to contain him. What do you think of him as an opponent, Nick?
He's very hard to mark up. He just seems to get around the back of defences, and he's always at the right spot.
You see a lovely strike there by Backhouse as well. I mean, he's quite an exceptional young striker, and he really plays on confidence as well.
He does, Jeremy. The key to this game too, I think, was Jokanovic on the left flank. He set up all 4 goals, and you sort of let him alone at your peril.
I was speaking to Daniel actually late last week, and I was actually looking forward to seeing him get back out in the park, because he is a workhorse and he'll just keep pushing and pushing his body, and he won't stop until he's got nothing left, which is great to see.
He certainly is very energetic. He's a good ball player, good left foot, and he created all 4 goals.
We just see there Clarence finally got back on the score sheet.
Yeah, I think Farrell Shaw was a bit disappointed there. He felt his defence went to sleep for that corner. The corners too are taken by young Ryan Bevan of Kingborough, and he takes a good corner.
We see here Daniel just working the right wing again there and getting the ball in the box into the danger zone, and Bullis with a little deflection. I don't know how much he got on there. I don't think it was much there, but he'll still claim it.
Yeah, I just don't know why they didn't mark him. He just seemed to pop up from everywhere and just give it a little touch, and it was in the back of the net.
Nick Meredith, he's an inclusion. He's been away in England actually last season, and it's good to see him getting a run in the seniors.
He's playing very well, and there he released Jokanovic down the left. The deadly cross again, and who should be there but Bulis.
It could be something to look out for next time you play them, Nick. If you shut down Jokanovic, you shut down Bullis, maybe they won't have that avenue to goal.
Well, that's right.
It's a great result. I mean, I'm happy the way we're winning. We're actually winning games. Not happy some ways when we're defending. We've got a big game next week. It's an important game next week for us and for South. It's hard to put a finger on it, basically. I mean, we're scoring goals, but I don't think we're playing that well yet. With players to come in, big players come in, so it's been nice to see.
Started off not too well, but got back into it in the first half. Bullis scored a cracker, not much you can do about that. Didn't really shut him down that well, but yeah, second half they scored another cracker, not much you could do about that. And then we started getting back into it, got a goal, looked like we could have scored more, and then just a bit of sloppy defending, let them get another 2, and then that was pretty much the match.
Walter, next week the fixture between Hobart Olympic and South Hobart looks to be a cracker.
It certainly will be. They are the great rivals. They're both with 12 points, only goal difference separating them. That'll be the game to be at, Jeremy.